So even if you're not finished, that's fine. You'll have plenty of time for homework to get it done and so forth. But these are short, sharp exercises, so it's important that we continue. Now, what we're doing here is we're presented with these slopes, all right? And we're looking at what would the slope be if a line was parallel to it and if a line was perpendicular to it. So if you think I've got some segment here that has a certain slope, a parallel line, Harry, means it's got the same direction, so it's going to have the same slope. Parallel lines have the same slope. That's the first point. The second point, though, is about perpendicular lines. So that word perpendicular, that's going to be one we use a fair bit. That means at right angles, at 90 degrees. So if we have one line, and then we have another line that is perpendicular to it, it has a slope that is the negative reciprocal. Okay? All that means is if the slope is A on B, okay, if the slope of line 1 is A on B, the slope of line 2 is going to be B on A. You flip it, flip the fraction, okay, see we've gone from A on B to B on A, and you put a negative in front of it. Okay, so if we want a perpendicular line to 1 on 3, we're going to flip the fraction. It's going to become 3 on 1, and we put a negative in front of it. Okay, that's going to simplify to negative 3. So a line with a slope 1 on 3 is perpendicular to a line with a slope minus 3. Okay, what about 5? 5 isn't a fraction, but we can easily make it a fraction. 5 on top of 1. Okay, now it's a fraction. We can flip it and put the negative in front of it. Okay, C. Repeat the process, flip it, and we put a negative in front of it. Now we've got two negatives. Two negatives make it positive, so we can disregard the negative in that circumstance. Okay, so hopefully so far with ABC pretty okay. Then we're on to D. D is what we call a mixed number. Now we almost never deal with mixed numbers from now on. That's sort of a skill you learn a bit in primary school. From now on, everything improper fractions, okay? So our first thing is to convert this to an improper fraction. So what is it? Well, it's 2 by itself as a fraction is 4 out of 2, okay? I'm just focusing on the first part. We've got 2 and a half. So that means 2 plus a half, isn't it? So it is 5 on 2. That's it expressed as an improper fraction, okay? We've moved from a mixed number to an improper fraction. We haven't performed the negative reciprocal yet. We haven't done anything. These are the same, okay? So that's the first step. And now we're going to flip it. So it becomes 2 on 5 and put the negative in front of it. The negative cancels. Okay, so that's 11D1. What I'd like us to do